எனக்கொரு சிறு கதை நான் இனிமையில் தொட தொட தொடர்கதை தான் தனிமையில் உனக்கொரு சிறு கதை நான் தொட தொட தொடர்கதை தான் உருகி உருகி இதை படித்திட வா 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 கண்ணா வா 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 வானில் காணும் வானவில் வண்ணம் ஏழு வண்ணமோ தோகையுள்ளல் தேகம் சூட மேகமாலை பின்னமோ காணும் இந்த பூக்கள் மேலே காயம் என்ன காயமோ காற்றலங்கையோடு வள்டு பாடி சென்ற மாயமோ நூறு நூறு தீபமாய் வானில் அங்க கார்த்திகை வாழும் காதல் சின்னமாய் ஆகும் எங்கள் யாத்திரை நாலு கண்கள் பாதை போட நாகரேகம் தொடர்ந்தது வா 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 கண்ணாவா தா 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 கவிதை தா எனக்கொரு சிறு கதை நீ இனிமையில் தொட தொட தொடர்கதை நீ தனிமையில் எனக்கொரு சிறு கதை நீ தொட தொட தொடர்கதை நீ உருகி உருகி உன்னை படித்திட வா 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 அன்பே வா 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 வா. Hi everybody, my name is Sindhu and I do something called the Ragam series on Instagram and YouTube where I take different compositions from film and Carnatic music and other genres, and I try to categorize them into ragams, which are basically a unique set of notes that comprise a scale. This has been really fun to do because it's made me get to know a lot of new compositions, but also have a chance to sing some really dear and precious compositions to me. I am currently working on the Hamsadhwani Ragam series, and I love this Ragam. I actually wanted to take some time to talk about the song, certain songs. I won't be doing this for every song, but songs that I think are pretty interesting and creative and unique, and I think have some cool little twists and turns that you just may overlook, or we don't take the time to actually stop and listen. So today I wanted to talk about the composition Va 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 Kanna Va, which is a composition by Ilaiyaraja sir from a Tamil movie in the late 1980s. This song pretty much, I would say, falls under the umbrella of Hamsadhwani, but there are some interesting curveballs that I'm really excited to talk to you about today. So for those of you that don't know, Hamsadhwani sounds like sa re ga pa ni sa sa ni pa ga ri sa na I'm just gonna start singing the song and break it into little bits and pieces and analyze it and kind of tell you a little bit about what I think is going on. So this is how the song starts. Va 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 kanna va ta 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 kavide ta. So right off the bat, sounds pretty standard Hamsadhwani. Ni sa ga pa ga ri sa ni sa ga ri ni sa ga pa ni pa ga ri sa ni sa ga ri. Okay, let's keep going and see what we find. The next line sounds like this. உனக்கொரு சிறு கதை நான் இனிமையில் தொட தொட தொடர்கதை தான் தனிமையில் உனக்கொரு சிறு கதை நான் தொட தொட தொடர்கதை தான் உருகி உருகி இதை படித்திட வா 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 கண்ணா வா. Okay, so something interesting happened there. It started with Hamsadhwani, and then it kind of goes into what I call Shankara, which is a Hindustani rag similar to Hamsadhwani with a da. So if you noticed, it sounded like this. Gapa ga sa ni ri sa ni da 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 gapa ga sa ni ri sa ni da. So there's this interesting da, and if you look at Shankara, the Hindustani rag, it sounds like this. Sa ga pa ni sa ni da pa ga ri sa. So I think it kind of goes into this Shankara realm, which is still very close to Hamsadhwani, but starting to feel a little different. So உனக்கொரு சிறு கதை நான் தனிமையில் தொட தொட தொடர்கதைதான் உருகி உருகி இதை படித்திடவா வா வா கண்ணாவா வா வா வா. So back to Hamsadhwani. So far it feels like, okay, this is kind of Hamsadhwani, but feeling a little different. Okay, familiar, not totally off right now. But this next stanza, I think, is where a lot of the mind-blowing magic really happens. So this is how the next stanza starts. Vaanil kaanum vaanavillil vannam ஏழு வண்ணமோ தோகையுள்ளல் தேகம் சூட மேகமாலை பில்லுமோ. Again, starts like very standard Hamsadhwani. Sa ni pa ga pa ni sa sa ni sa re sa ni sa ni ni. Sa ni pa ga pa ni sa sa ni sa re sa sa ni ni. And then watch what happens. Thogayuldal degam sooda meghamalai pillumo காணுயில்த பூக்கள் மேலே காயம் என்ன காயமோ காற்றலங்கையோடு வண்டு பாடி சென்ற மாயமோ. Whoa. Okay, so it was kind of going along this path of Hamsadhwani, and then mind blown. Ilaiyaraja sir, I think, has made some very strategic moves here. So if you notice, after the Hamsadhwani lines, it starts off like Hamsadhwani and then veers into this world of this pratimadhyamam, this ma. So, again, these notes are still Hamsadhwani. Ni sa re sa ni sa ni pa ma. That's where the kicker comes. So, பூ மேலே காயம் என்ன காயமோ நீ சரி சனி சானி பாமா ரீமா ரீமா பாப்பா பா கார்ச்சலங்கையோடு வள்டு பாடி ரீமா நிதா பாப்பா. Okay, so I feel like there's a little bit of Hamsanadam, Saranga Tarangini action going on here. So, Sari ma pa ni sa ni da ba ma ri sa. If you know Ilaiyaraja sir's music, you might feel like, oh, that sounds familiar. I feel like I know some songs in that. Two that I can think of. Tendal vande inni todum aha sattal. Forgive me, I'm not good with lyrics, but melodies stick with me. Another one is the Sorgame Yendrano Nadarana Pola Varuma. Again, so both of these are Saranga Tarangini, Hamsanadam with a da essentially. And I think he's going into this sort of world that has these bright pratimadhyamams, and it just is like a very, you're caught by surprise, a good surprise, a pleasant surprise. So, காற்றலங்கையோடு வள்டு பாடி சென்ற மாயமோ. And then you're like, okay, I've settled down, I got used to that, great, let's keep going. More curveballs coming your way. நூறு நூறு தீபமாய் வானில் யங்கு கார்த்திகை. Again, so now we're sticking with this pratimadhyama. Ma pa ma ga sa ni sa ga ma pa ni sa. Now we're going into Amritavarshini. So we've gone from Hamsadhwani to Hamsanadam, now into Amritavarshini. The ma is still there, but it is now a different flavor. நூறு நூறு தீபமாய் வானில் அங்கு கார்த்திகை வாழும் காதல் சின்னமாய் ஆகும் எங்கள் யாத்திரை கம பனி பம பாமர நாலு கண்கள் பாதை போட. Okay, so now we've backtracked a little bit, going back into Hamsanadam. Ni sari ma re ma pa ni nagarigam தொடர்ந்தது நீ பகசா நீ பகசா. When that தொடர்ந்தது word comes, I can't tell you how I feel after we listen to this world of Pratimadhimams and there's no this flavor of Hamsadhwani is not there, but then when it just comes back, it just hits you like this bright splash of, cool water. It's so refreshing. So I just feel like the way that whole stanza flows, it's pretty brilliant. A few things I noticed. So, நாலு கண்கள் பாதை போட நாகரீகம் தொடர்ந்தது வா 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 கண்ணா வா. It just makes you really relish that Hamsadhwani when it comes back. It's sort of like it kind of went away for a little bit. You were a little lost in this really beautiful world of Hamsanadam and Amritavarshini, but then when you come back to Hamsadhwani, it's like, okay, we're back and it feels really good. A few things I noticed here, and I'm sure that this was done, on purpose, being the brilliant genius that Ilaiyaraja sir is. So Hamsanadam is sari ma pa ni sa sa ni pa ma ri sa. Hamsadhwani sari ga pa ni sa sa ni pa ga ri sa. So sari ga pa ni sa, sari ma pa ni sa, and then we go to Amritavarshini sa ga ma pa ni sa. So the structure of that ascending and descending scale is very similar to Hamsadhwani. So it kind of feels like you didn't stray too far away. You kind of were a little close by, even though it sounds really different. And then I also noticed that the last three notes are the same for each of these ragams. In Hamsadhwani, it's sariga panisa. That panisa is something in common between all of them. Sarima panisa, sagama panisa. It's just brilliant when you think about the choices that were made he could have chosen any ragam, but I think choosing these specific ragams has made the song even more beautiful. And that's how the last stanza also goes. It's in the same Hamsanadam, Amritavarshini, back to Hamsadhwani, and the whole trajectory of that is very beautiful. So hopefully now when you go back to listen to the composition, you can remember some of these little analyzing points, and you can appreciate the composition a little bit more. And I hope you enjoyed this video.